Curse, we do it all. This is Sip and Discuss, baby. A no judgment zone. This is Sip and Discuss, a non-judgment zone. Unfortunately, Khalida cannot be with us. We have Shad in the building.
What's the word?
So, I just want to get into it because I can't even hold it in no more. And if you know, if you've been following Sip and Discuss for a while, you know it's a lot that goes on before we actually start recording. So you know he been here for a while, we've been sipping for a while, he's smoking, and I've been trying to compose myself because I didn't want to say it, but the name of the album, More Years, Less Fears.
Let's talk about it.
Now I do want you to give your explanation on it, but the reason why why it hit me in my heart and in my soul, cause I'm on this journey, I'm on this spiritual journey, and the other day I'm riding this true story, I'm riding in the car, and I'm talking. I talk to myself a lot, which I call my higher self. I call it my higher self, and I'm saying it feels like the fear has lessened in me. Like I don't feel it as much. Like I'm talking out loud. I'm talking to myself. I'm like, I'm feeling like I'm moving different.
Yeah.
And I felt like my higher self automatically said to me, like, it's because you're learning who you are.
Exactly.
You're tapping into who you are.
That's hard.
So that's automatically going to lessen
The fears.
So when I see, now mind you, this is the other day. This is before I knew the name of you. Hey!
I ain't never seen that, bro. I ain't never seen that.
I call that winks from the universe. I call that God saying, you right where I need you to be right now, having a discussion that I want you to have. But it was like I didn't even notice or pay attention. I didn't know the name of the album. Like I didn't. And then when I'm looking at the album, I was like, wow. Because I literally just had this conversation with yourself, and now you about to have a discussion. So, and then I seen the video, and I seen it. For the people who don't know the whole idea, what was your thought process? They've never seen the video on your page with you and the birthday and all that stuff like that. Explain what the title means to you.
Well, it started like I said in the video that you've seen this shit, but it started like as like somebody say instead of saying happy birthday, like more years less fears, because we don't really celebrate birthdays where I come from. But then it turned into like a motivational quote, like more years less fears. But to me, it means like you said, like letting go of all the shit people told, like stereotypes and preconceived notions and shit they tell us, like street niggas, as far as where I'm speaking from. Like street niggas, what you can't be, what you shouldn't do, what you can't do. Like we leaving all that shit behind and we embracing the shit the same shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to be just a street nigga. I could be a businessman. I own real estate. I could take care of my kids. I could, whatever it is that's on the list. Like we embracing that and we leaving the fears behind. The fear of going to jail, the fear of getting killed, the fear of people thinking I'm a clown or too soft or you know what I'm saying? All of that type of stuff. We leaving that shit behind. So that was more or less when I made the take where I was coming from.
And it speaks, to me, it just speaks so much volumes that even to hear you say that, like we're leaving those stereotypes because, and we were just talking about that off camera, basically what you feed yourself on a continuous basis, that is what you become. Yeah. You become a product of your environment and you become a product of your thoughts.
Exactly.
So whatever someone has told you about yourself, like 95% of the stuff that we learn about ourselves as children is false.
Yeah, somebody put their shit on us. That's just how it goes. Like Jay-Z said, his uncle told him, like, you ain't never gonna be as big as, I don't remember the person he said.
Right.
He was like, nah, nigga, you're not.
Right.
You feel like you not gonna be.
Right.
So don't put that shit on me and look where, you know what I'm saying? So,
right, because people's fears, because people be so, and sometimes it honestly, it'll be it's not always out of hate. It's out of, I'm just so afraid of your heart getting broken.
Yeah.
I had dreams and this is what happened and I want to save you from that. I want to save you. Like, you know, we from, where are you from?
I'm from back around. I'm from Atlantic City.
Right, back around Atlantic City. So we're from an area where you get a job in a casino. You secure your job in a casino. You work there for a certain amount of time. You want to retire. Like, some of us are instilled to believe that there is nothing outside of that. So to come to a parent and say, I want to do this, I want to pursue a music career, I want to pursue an acting career, I want to be a doctor, I want to be, you know what I mean? They're thinking about all, and it's not, you can't do it, but this is my experience.
Yeah, they more or less tell you like, it's not possible, or they ain't never see it done. It's like, that don't mean it's not possible for me type shit. Like, that's just, that's the mindset. Like, we ain't on that. Like, I don't want to hear what I can't or couldn't do. Or, and let me change it too. Not street niggas, just men. Men in
like
general, shit like you're not supposed to cry and shit like that. You're not supposed to show emotions and shit. That shit is like false. Like that shit is they fears. That's some shit you scared to do.
Right. But that's in for me it's like, when I think of that and when people say that like men aren't supposed to cry, why? Are men not human? Because at the end of the day, we are all human. We are all built up and designed in a certain way. Yes, men are stronger in certain aspects of lifting weights and stuff like that. But when it gets down to the core of it, you're still a human being. You still feel the same way I feel. The same way pain of losing someone, you feel that pain the same way I would feel that pain if I lost someone. So why are you subject to hold it in? And build it up to where now it's escalated into something completely where it didn't have to be. Right. So how did you get to this thought process to begin with?
Shit, going through shit, but more precise. Like, it just came from like growing into a space where I was tired of like the regular shit. Like, you know, you go through so much shit and then you figure out like, you know, if you're a decent enough person, you gonna realize where you make your same mistakes. And the mistakes usually come from people where I come from. It usually come from doing the same shit because we scared to do other shit. Yeah, it's like we go to the same shit we know because you go to the other shit, you might feel like it take away the other shit. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you might feel like you was a respectable guy for or a stand-up dude for, you feel like people would take advantage of that if you got to work at Target. You know what I'm saying? That's a fear. And I just feel like in this state of my life, I ain't on that no more. Like, it don't matter. Like, I ain't got nothing to prove. So it's like more years. I want to do shit for the rest of these years. I did all. I mean, I'm closer to ending than I am beginning. So
I think that some people can't get to that thought process because we've been programmed to believe that having more years isn't a realistic thing. Like, we don't see
past like 5 years.
Right.
Yeah, you can't
5 years. Some people don't even pay past a year. So for me to think like everything for some people is right here in this present moment, what people think of me in that present moment. And I think it's important for the youth to see like, to be a man, and I'm gonna throw him out there in a little bit. But like, to be a man, what I've always respected about a man, to me, I feel like is when you don't care what everybody else is doing. Fact. You moving on your time. What makes sense to you, what resonates with your soul, what resonates with you. The most important relationship that you'll ever have in this lifetime is with yourself. Exactly. And you can't have that relationship if you're basing every choice, every decision you make off of what your homeboys think or how it's going to be perceived. And in a black community, that is like
the driving. That's the main thing. Everything is for somebody else.
Right, like it's kids who literally were smart growing up who hit it because people in our community.
You're a geek. Like, what's a geek? Like, I don't understand. It's like shit like that's a stereotype. It's like the geeks get picked on. Who the fuck is the geeks?
Right.
Smart kid. What the fuck is a smart kid? Like, what is that? Like, I don't get where you, like, it don't make sense. It never made sense to me. So I guess that's in that aspect. I always been different. Like, I ain't just this. I mean, I'm this too, I'm that, and I'm this, and I'm all type of shit.
So you're from Back, Maryland. You're an artist. Tell us how you got started, where this all came from, music, and your upbringing.
I just got asked this question too, and I've realized it when I got asked the question. But like I said, I'm from Back, Maryland, so it was like a rap group in my neighborhood called 800 Block, and to me, they was already famous as anybody that was famous. So I just used to watch them, and I always could rap. I always liked the rapping, and my friends played sports and shit. And I knew I wasn't as good as them, so I was like, I'm gonna fuck with this rap shit because I know that they not as good as me. Right. And I barely was good, but that's where it came from. But for a while, I just knew how to rap. I didn't never tell nobody in my neighborhood I rap besides my friends and shit. And then it just grew from there. But I ain't never take it serious until like 2012. 2011 I met, and my friend, my big bro, he was just like, nigga, you could rap, I'm gonna pay for everything type shit. And that's what made me take it serious, cause I'm like, damn, I got a nigga that just
wanna invest.
Yeah, and I didn't even think about doing this shit, so that's where it came from.
Someone else's Lil Baby story is like that, because you know Lil Baby story. Lil Baby didn't want to rap, and that's how Young Thug was. Young Thug was like, you got something, I'm investing in you. Like,
one of my closest friends was a rapper that was like a good rapper, like he was good. So I just was like, I was happy to see him rap, but you know, shit be happening, and then my big bro was just like, yeah, you could do the same shit type shit.
And I do want to say, like, your flow is really nice. So we playing his album or whatever, and I was like, we had went outside and then we had came back in, and then I was like, oh, what you just had played him a couple times and then went to the next track, because it was like, I was like, oh, this is still him. Yeah. Like, this flow is nice. Like, this is something that already sounds like it's on the radio. It always impresses me. Like, I feel like Atlantic City has so much talent when it comes to music. Like, you're not the only rapper that I listen to and I'll be like, yo, this is an album that I'm actually going to listen to and actually play on a regular basis. You have a nice flow. You have a nice subject. Like, it's not just, oh, I was just some dude hanging on the street and I decided to start rapping about these nickel bags. Like,
hell no. But I love the city scene. Like, we got some artists. It's a lot of artists out there that's dope. Like, I get a lot of inspiration from them too. Like, they be keeping me on my pivot. I don't want to say one or two names because they gonna go crazy. Right.
AC so sensitive. Y'all be sensitive, but not sensitive.
Yeah. But I think it comes from just like we had a lot of time. Like, we ain't no music scene, so people got a lot of time to work on their craft. So that's kind of where it come from. Then we got a lot of influences because we watching everybody. We so close to New York, Philly. So you know what I'm saying. So I think that's where it come from. But yeah. Everybody, even my friends, they'd be like, yo, who was that on the second part? Like, nigga, that was me.
Right, because that's what I was like, that was...
You knew me your whole life, nigga. It ain't sound like you, like, yeah. So I get that a lot.
So what type of impact do you want your music, like, what type of influence do you want your music to have on the culture?
I just be trying to just give, like, lessons, like, life lessons and shit. Like, for real, I just want people to take from it. And, of course, like, I do it for, like, rap as a skill. I want the best to be like, damn, like to notice the shit I do. But at the same time, it's like, niggas, whoever listening, the niggas I'm talking for, the women I'm talking for, the whoever, the people I'm talking for, the culture, I just want them to pick up what I'm putting down. That's it. Like, if they do that, I'm good. And of course, some money to change my situation.
Yeah, to change the situation.
As far as the impact, it's the impact. Like, I want people to pick up what I'm putting down.
I seen one on your page. And if you can tell me if you don't want to talk about it now, you can edit it out. But like, well, it's on your page where you
it's that.
Yeah. That's what it was.
Yeah.
And then I seen like a freestyle, and you know, like some people underneath the comments was like, you was dropping knowledge, like, you know, lessons and things that you want to tell people. Like, it's so easy for people to like not really absorb. They still hear you say something, but it's like they have to go through it
to see it,
to still see it.
My friend used to always, let me stop calling him my friend. My big brother, he died, rest in peace, Yellow. He the one that came up with the more years, less fish. He always used to say, people learn when it's their turn. Like, so I get it though. Like, you could tell a person 1,000 times, yo, don't go left, don't go left. They gonna keep going left. And they gonna learn whenever it is their turn. So that's basically to say what you just said. Like they gotta go through it. They can hear what you're saying. It's like, yeah, damn, right. People are nodding their head and yeah, agree with you 1,000%, and then go do the same shit you told them not to do. So yeah, that's just, I be wanting people to hear it. Like, listen, I'm telling you from a place of like looking out for you. I ain't telling you to sound cool. I ain't.
Like I actually live.
Yeah, I'm living and I'm seeing it every day. Like I pay attention. I ain't have to go through it. I see it. Like.
So you seem so much. Rest in peace. Rest in power, Yellow. But you seem so much younger than Yellow. What type of influence was he able to have on you?
Taught me how to be a man. You know what I'm saying? I was just like every other young nigga in the streets trying to figure it out, and he taught me how to be a man. So that's why. And I only knew him for 4 years. So. Wow. When I speak about him like that, it be tripping me out. Like I didn't know him my whole life. Like I knew him for 4 years, and he was an older dude that just took a liking to me. I took a liking to him, and I don't know. He just took me everything how I am today. Right. Is because of the stuff he laid down, and it just grew.
Right. It's amazing how you can have such an impact on somebody's life, and you're like. People always say, I don't know if I'm living my purpose. I don't know if I changed. Like, what am I still here for? Like, I don't know if I did anything. And it's like, you might not never know.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know who you had a conversation with, who put your song on, what that person is going to become. And I'm saying that because I'm pretty sure, like, because Yellow's life was cut short, that might have, maybe it didn't, but crossed his mind at some point, like, am I leaving an impact? And for you to be here and making this music is just a strong statement that yes.
Yeah, for sure. I be feeling like that. My friend right there, we were just having that conversation. I was telling him like if it ever did pan out, but it's panning out now because I get paid from what I do. It's just not probably the money I want. But just knowing that, it's like, damn, I wouldn't even be in this position if he ain't pushing me to go this way. So it's definitely. Right. Every decision that's made is going to pay out later, whether it's bad or good. And you're going to figure out what that decision led to. So I just feel like him being in my life, that definitely made the impact of me being here right now today and not dead or in jail or, you know what I'm saying? God is definitely the ultimate planner, but he was definitely like a tool for that.
Right, and I do believe that. I believe that God uses people.
For sure. Sure.
For that, like God is the ultimate, but then He has His soldiers, His people.
Sure, He gonna move through people for sure,
right.
Situations, all type of stuff.
Right. So how did because you were so public with the stabbing, like you put all that on there. What role did that play in your life and your music, and what was the lesson? I've
been through so much outside of that was just like an icing on the cake. Like for me, like I've been through way more than that. Like that right there, and the way I normally would respond to stuff like that, I knew it changed me because I didn't. Like I didn't respond to it the same way. So for me, it just like it grew me. It grew me in a way. That's why I let it be known like that. Like I mean, because I said in my song, on one of them songs, I took the knife outside my chest so I could cut the tension. Like. And they go back to what you're saying, like what impact I want to leave. Basically, like if you watching and you paying attention, like you know how I stab, you know what way a normal person in my position will respond. But I didn't respond like that. I'm showing you like it's you could cut the tension, like you could just leave shit where it's at. Like you get what I'm saying?
Right.
I ain't got nothing to prove, like I told you earlier. So I can't put that type of shit in front of taking care of my family or doing this or shit that really is gonna matter when I'm leaving a legacy or shit like that. So. That's why I was so open about it.
More years, less fears. To me, that's crazy that you say that was just like the icing on the cake. That was the tipping, like that was just, cause getting stabbed is a lot. Like, and I'm into crime podcasts. Like I listen to crime podcasts a lot. And one of the conclusions that we've come to in the crime pod community is that it's worse to get stabbed than shot. You have a better chance in some cases of surviving a bullet than you have of someone stabbing you, because if someone stabs you, they hit the wrong thing, that's it, you bleeding out. There is no call to ambulance. There is no, you bleeding out in 2.2 seconds. Like, it's done. It's over. So for you to say, like, that was just icing on the cake, damn, my nigga, what the fuck you meant? Where you could just say icing on, like, that wasn't nothing. That was a breeze.
Yeah, and not as far as the pain and all that, but.
No, I ain't talking about the pain. It's just, cause pain, one thing about physical pain, once physical pain is gone, that shit gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's gone. You can't, it's over. Nobody is really sitting around reminiscing on physical pain.
Nah, you're right.
But emotionally, what something could do to you, that's a whole, cause that's mind thing. Now that's a whole thing. Once something taps into your brain and you're emotionally, you fucked up over some shit, that's a whole nother thing. That's why they say mental abuse is worse than physical abuse.
I can see that. Cause it stick with you.
Right.
But I don't know. I've been through some shit, so that shit was just like, it just was an eye opener more or less. Like, especially when I know, like, I be putting myself in certain situations. So it just be like, all right, you grown enough to know, like, how to handle these type of situations. And I'm young enough to know I got more shit to do than that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I got more shit to accomplish than handling whatever that is, or putting light on whatever that is. Like giving that shit energy, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's more or less where I was at with that. I put that shit in the music instead of, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what a true artist does.
Yeah, I put it in the music.
We use everything that we go through
Yeah,
as a driving force to help us create.
Exactly.
Right.
That motivation got to come from somewhere.
Right. I was watching a movie one time about a kid and he wanted to be a writer. And his dad was like, I mean, I'll send you to college or whatever, but I'd rather send you out into the real world.
Yeah, you're going to learn like that.
Because you need something to write about. Yeah. Like, I can send you to school to be a writer, but then what you going to write about?
You can learn all the shit and then don't know what to write about.
Right, don't have nothing.
No experiences, you don't know shit.
Right. Do you think it's a way that we can reach the youth outside of music? Like, in our culture? Because I feel like music is so big in it's our driving force in our culture. Like,
it's because people are what they look up to me. And from my perspective, like, whatever you look up to, that's what you want to be. So you could be from the suburbs, but if you look up to NWA and you got an NWA poster on your wall, it's fuck the police. You know what I'm saying? So, and you don't come from nowhere where the police might profile you and shit like that. So it's what you look up to. So yeah, it's definitely outside of music, but it's gonna be hard because everybody loves music. So if the music today is about financial literacy, that's what they're gonna be on if it's hot. You know what I'm saying? But the only thing I could think of is be an example. That's the only, people only gonna believe what they see.
Can we even reach how? You said music about like financial literacy. Do you think hip hop can ever?
I don't think so, but it's possible. But I don't think so. So that's why you're not gonna get niggas out here talking about doing things that would make sense to your mom or your dad, or you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's gonna sound like some shit for your nieces and nephews. That's where the mindset at. So you can't. I don't blame them.
More years, less fears. What's your favorite track off the album and why?
That's hard, but I'm gonna say Youngin' because that's the last song I wrote, and it was like basically what we saying. It's like a letter to the youth, like the youngins, like just giving them some game. Like, I've been through what you going through, my nigga. Like, I know, trust me, I know where you at right now. This how you make it through that shit. So that was the last track I made, and that's why I like it the most.
I have a theory, and I want to get your. I was listening to an interview with a rapper, a documentary. I was watching a documentary on a rapper, a famous rapper, and he was like, at some point when he was 15 years old, I think he was like 13, 15 years old, he started selling drugs. And he said it's when he realized, he started doing it because he realized his mom wasn't paying rent. Like, she couldn't afford to pay rent. They was getting evicted or whatever. And the debate online is always like, you know, what do women bring to the table? Men aren't supposed to be doing all of da-da-da-da-da. And so listening to that interview, I was just like, yo, because I'm old fashioned. I come from a line of men have their role and women have their roles, and I stand in that. Like I stand on business on that. Like, but I believe that that's the way God just designed us, and I believe it's a human nature thing. So I started listening to that interview when I started, listening to what men are saying. Oh, I'm not supposed to be like, she got to bring something to the table. But I'm just like, instinctively, when a man hits a certain age, it just is in his DNA because he's a man, because the way God designed him. If any woman that is in his vicinity is struggling, he's not, I don't care. He's 14 years old. He might not be able to recognize it, but just because he has that masculine, that male DNA in him.
I feel like it's his problem.
The little kids, it automatically, and I said that's why most of our youth in our community end up, I'm not saying all, but the majority of them end up selling drugs and being on the streets is because it is just by design, being a man, you do not, when you in a household, it just automatically clicks in for you to be the provider.
Just imagine, right? You a boy, even a girl, but you a boy. You watching your mom, she work at the casino, she work all night. By the time she get home, you gotta go to school. When you get out of school, she about to go to work. When you go to sleep, she just getting off. Same shit every day. You want Jordans, other people can get Jordans. They got their dad and their mom in the crib. Their dad might sell drugs, whatever, however it go. They got a little shit. You seeing this. When the Jordans drop, they get them. You can't get them. You gotta wait to this, you gotta wait to that. It's like after a while, you just be sitting there like, damn, I'm not old enough to get a job. I can't really take care of my mom, but I'm watching the struggle. It's like, damn, I don't wanna be the nigga. I don't wanna keep asking for Jordans. You know what I'm saying? So that's the shit they don't see inside the crib. It's like when they be judging black men, Puerto Rican, whatever, however. Right. When they judge us shit, even some white boys, when they judge us, because they don't see that part, they just be like, well, I see, why you don't get a job? Like, nigga, I was 14 watching my mom struggle. How the fuck, where I'm getting a job at?
Right.
So, to your point, yeah, it's like, it's hard being a black, I was just telling my sister that the other day, my younger sister, like, you ain't never gonna be put in some of the situations I'm gonna be putting in my life. I can be put in some of the situations you can. In some situations I'm never gonna be in that you're gonna be in.
Right.
And that's just what it is. I can't never be pregnant.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can never be a single mom.
You ain't never gonna be in that position, but I honestly, me and my cousin have had this discussion. If I ever get to choose, like if there is reincarnation, I don't ever want to come back as a man. It's definitely not a black man.
Nah, it's hard.
Right?
Your chances is slim.
Right. So yeah, and especially being a man that's told you're not supposed to show no emotions, and then if you are a man wanting to be a provider, all of those types of, it is a lot.
And the same women that we be willing to protect and take care of be the women that tell us we gotta reach all these dumbass goals. So it be like a double-edged sword. Like not specifically every woman.
No. I'm just. I know my face went somewhere else. My face probably.
Not every woman, but you know, it's them unwritten laws that be there. Like, you know what I'm saying, it's like you could go to the club with no money and have a ball. I can't do that.
I can't even.
I'm just saying, like as a female, you could.
I mean, I could if I wanted to.
Exactly. You have that right. I can't.
I shouldn't.
I can't do that.
I shouldn't. Like, yeah. I just read a post where a guy said his friend paid for the whole trip. They going out to Vegas. This girl paid for the whole trip, paid for her flight, hotel room, everything was going to be on him. And she said, well, can you pay for my Uber to get to the airport? And he said he canceled the whole trip. Yeah. And I said, I mean, I don't see the problem because to me,
you can't get the Uber.
Right. In my situation, like if I didn't have the money and I really wanted to go on this trip, I would be calling a friend. I would be calling somebody.
I would have been on a bus to the airport.
I said the same thing in the comments. But then I said it's not even. I said obviously it's not about the money part of it. I said she has mushed for brains because there's no teamwork there. I don't want to be with you because I can't build with you. I done handle everything else, and you won't come to me. And if I wanted to pay for the Uber, that would have been a part of it too.
Exactly.
So I did all of this. That's like that's to me in my mind. I'm sitting there thinking like this is how I'm thinking. I done built the house for you.
Yeah.
I done built this motherfucker. It got everything inside of it that you want. I even put the food in that bitch.
Yeah.
Now you asking me how you cook it though?
Yeah, like damn. This shit you can't. I'm telling you, it's vicious like that. I ain't see that story, but shit. If I was him, I would have canceled. That's the first thing.
That's what he did. He canceled
that was the first thing I was thinking. Like I'd have canceled everything.
Because like now, that's just going to be a turn off. Like to me, it's just like you didn't have no strategy skills, no team. That should have been the last thing that I should have known about.
Yeah, Uber to the airport.
And I paid for everything.
Not when you get here. How you get into the airport. Like, so you don't got a car or nothing then. That's what you telling me. You don't have no decent friends, family, nobody. Like, your brain don't work.
Right. Because he should have never known about this.
Like, you don't have Uber money either? Like, that's wild.
It was another one where we're going to go into last impression too, but there was another one where I was listening to a podcast and the girl was like, the guy was like, by the third date, she had asked me to borrow $20. And he was just like, for her kid's birthday party or something like that. It was like $20, $30. And my whole thing was, and a lot of other people was saying it was like, that's an amount, like if I'm gonna go out my way and ask a man for money, especially that I need to be in desperate dying years. So I'm going to ask you for $100 or $500.
Yeah.
I'm not, if I have to, $20.
About to ask you for some money? Yeah.
If I ask somebody for $20, I'm asking my mama for $20. I'm not asking no man for $20. So I say stuff like this because I like to get other men.
Other perspective, yeah. It just depends. Like third date, it depends on the type of relationship we got. Like if we like lock, like if we have conversations.
We locked in after the third date.
When I say locked in, I mean like you know how people are. Like you know who you talking to and who you dealing with. Men, women. It could be a friendship. You could meet a nigga for 3 days and like, nah, this nigga a decent dude. I can give him a $20, $30. If I get like the vibes where you just like you asking for this 30 from a genuine place, I'm gonna really look out. But if I feel like you just a 30, like you this what you do, nah.
This what you do. You go out with niggas and collect.
Yeah, like we didn't have no real conversations over these 3 dates. Like between these 3 dates span, we ain't had no real conversations. Like we ain't really chilled and hang out. Nah, you ain't asking me for $30 though.
I don't know, man.
And I feel like Craig mom on Friday. Like I don't feel comfortable letting you borrow no money without no job. Like I need to see some shit.
I had one guy had said he was dating a girl and it just like he really liked her, but it was just like she was always asking for something. So it just crossed his mind like, what was you doing before you met me? Like who was you
asking this much shit?
Right.
Yeah.
Like and she needed a ride here, she needed money here, she needed this here, and it's just like, who was you asking? But then also, when does that line get crossed? Because some people be like, yo, no man should be laying in your bed if you can't ask him for $20. You can't ask him to pay for your cell phone bill.
But that's where this shit is messed up at though. All of that, like because before it was like you was dating somebody enough like that, like laying in your bed. I ain't like. They asking for this type of shit before you even lay somewhere. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Really?
They asking for this type of shit before the first date. Like,
are they really?
Apple paid me $200. Like, $200?
No.
You think you ain't been outside?
I don't. But 2024, baby. Simmer discussions outside.
Yeah, you ain't. They crazy outside.
No, you lying though right there. Nobody is asking nobody for $200 and we ain't even going on no date.
2024, they are bold. They is asking for money from the DM. From the DM you get.
So somebody must be giving it to them because
oh no, it's a lot of niggas signing up for that shit. There's a lot of niggas.
You can't keep doing something.
Yeah, I know a few of them. I know a few of them niggas that'll send that shit up. So I get it, but it's like it's just messing it up, man, for the rest of the people who still go by the book.
He said, "This is no cap. This is real life. This is what's happening in 2024. Damn, I need to step my fucking game up. All right, so hit me in my inbox on Sip and Discuss and teach me how to just be asking people for $200. They be sending it to you.
Yeah,
like
they do.
What am I doing wrong? Y'all girls, y'all gotta hook me up and let me know. We gonna get into our last impression. So the album is out on Apple Music. You can listen to it on Apple Music.
Wherever you stream your music.
Wherever you stream your music at. I love the name of the album. We know this. Is there anything else that you want us to know about upcoming projects? Anything that we didn't touch on?
Not really, just stream, man. More years, less fears. Like I'm excited about it. Like it's been a while since I put something out. I've been going through a lot of stuff, but yeah, I'm just excited about it. More years, less fears. A lot of visuals coming out, and other than that, I'm about to be on tour. So.
Yo, your visuals is crazy though.
Yeah.
Like your visuals.
Shout out to BDP Direction, man. They directed that little short trailer that we did in 2020 visuals. So yeah. Yeah,
and then you had another one. What was that one? I ain't even really get into it. It's one where you got Noon in the
Big Body.
That was yo.
Yeah, I like having concepts in my videos instead of just like a video with guns and money and people running around. That shit was
right, you gotta watch the visuals. I'm talking to the cameraman for the people. Like that one, I was looking at it, I was like, oh snap, like that shit was fire.
That was actually from Boys in the Hood.
But just the way y'all did that, like the shit looking fire.
Nah, I appreciate
it. It looking really, really, really nice.
Nah, word.
Alright, so we get into our last impression. Our last impression is just so our sippers can get a better idea of who you are outside of your music. Some of the questions might be a little bit spicy. I don't think I had. Did I have any spicy questions? No, I don't think. Alright, so the first one is, and you can
I might have to fill my cup.
Fill up.
Be a dumb nigga. They rapping on the wreck you caught, but they ain't come with you. Too deep inside the street.
You making me the drinks.
Yeah.
Alright. So name, now this one might take you a while because I feel like Atlantic City, this whole area has their own way of life.
Yeah. Segregated, crazy.
So name 4 things that fall under Atlantic City culture.
Everybody's cousins. Like everybody's cuz. That's my cuz. That's cuz. So
except for me and my cousin, we don't really know nobody.
Yeah. Then that's the second part. All your cousins are not your cousins. So that's another thing. Like you might not never have a relationship with your cousins. So, and then let me see. Atlantic City people don't pay for nothing in Atlantic City. Yeah, everything's free in Atlantic City if you're from Atlantic City. Parking and everything. Concerts.
We know how to get out of that $30 parking.
Everything is free if you're from Atlantic City, man. Yeah. What else? That's 3. You said 4 things that's like Atlantic City culture. Let me see. And Marty Smarts is our mayor even when he's not our mayor. Yeah.
That's a sound bite right there. Marty Smalls is our mayor even when he's not our mayor.
Yeah, like you just always want to think he's our mayor. So.
Marty Smalls for mayor for the rest of our lives.
He was in?
Oh, y'all have Marty here?
Yeah, Marty was on
that's
our
what's
show.
up.
Yeah, Marty. Yo, Marty is for the people, yo.
Like
Marty is definitely for the people. I want to add to, so me and Khalida talk about this because we talk about Atlantic City a lot, but in a good way because we love Atlantic City. One of the things is, because I used to be a full-time Uber driver, and I used to pick people up and they'd be like, we on our way to the club, or we just left this club and it wasn't nobody there, and I'm like, it's 10 o'clock. Like, like we don't leave the house until like 12, 1 o'clock. Like, I said, this isn't Philly. Like, our bar, like most of our clubs, I think it started to change, but most of our clubs aren't closed until 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock. The casino's open 24 hours.
Yeah.
It's like, we drinking all night.
Yeah.
Like, this is not.
Nights don't end till 6 in the morning.
Right. That's the Atlantic City culture. Like, Atlantic City, like,
There's no like stop.
Right.
No stop,
and that's what gets us in trouble.
Yeah, it's no stop. Like, everywhere else, they be like, shit closed at 2, or this is closed. It's like, I don't care what you're looking for in Atlantic City, you can get it at any hour.
Right.
At any hour.
Right. Especially when it comes to getting drunk. And
for sure. Are you trying to get lit? It's somewhere for you. Yeah, it's so free.
Right, so I'm like, yeah, we don't leave the house until, that's our latest city culture, like, we don't leave the house until the latest is 1.
We the bougiest cheap people you won't ever meet though.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we definitely not speaking to.
We want the best of everything for a cheap price.
Right. And another thing with Atlantic City culture is, and I have to tell people when I pick them up, is they be like, y'all don't speak or y'all not friendly, because in our mindset, I don't know you, so why is you being friendly to me? So what do you want?
Yeah, exactly.
What do you want? What's the plan?
Like everybody up to something.
Right, we feel like everybody is up to something. There's no way you just smiling to me and saying hi to me and I don't know you. What do you want?
Yeah, for real.
What do you want?
We definitely think everybody up to something.
So that was one of the
That's funny you said.
Yeah, Atlantic City got its own way of life, its own culture. All right, so this is one of our other favorite questions. Wife, and I need you to explain after each one. So you have wife, booty call, friend zone, or kill. So we have Sexy Red on the list, Lotto, Chris Strong Rock, and Sweetie. Who you wifing, who you booty calling, and who you friend zoning.
We gonna kill Krishan.
Oh, you killing the Pisces?
You gotta kill her, man. You gonna end up killing her anyway. You gonna end up killing her anyway. She a nut. Sexy Red, definitely the booty call. She not my type, but I fuck with her.
I'll fuck her. She ain't my type, but I'll fuck her.
Like she ain't my type, I couldn't see me wifing her. But what was the other?
Booty, so you booty calling Sexy Red.
I'm killing Krishan.
You killing Krishan.
What was the other 2 options?
And then you have friend zone and wife.
And what was the other 2 girls?
Lotto and Sweetie is left.
I'm friend zoning Sweetie, I'm wife and Lotto. But that could go both ways too though. I don't know. I ain't meet him yet, but yeah.
See, I don't know Lotto's sign. I don't know.
I'm friend zoning Sweetie, matter of fact. Yeah, I'm friend zoning her. Nigga took the rose back from her. She's yeah.
Niggas took the rose back from her.
My Quavo took the car back from her, so that means she's something up. If you was like wifey material, nigga might have let you keep the rose.
You a Capricorn, you definitely taking the car back. It don't even have nothing to do with what she did. It's because you want a budget and and now we not together no more, because Capricorns do not trip on girls unless it's they girl.
That's right.
Like, I'll pay bills, but you got to be living in this bitch with me.
Yeah, I'm not paying bills for no crib I'm not present in.
So your Capricorn just showed all the way through when you say I'm taking the car back.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Wow.
I agree with him.
Wow, y'all hear that? I'm just letting you know, y'all, if y'all fuck with him, y'all know eventually he coming into some money. He rapper, he coming into some money. Get paperwork signed, because he said he is taking the court and being. That's wild. All right, you get to bring one rapper back. What are you? You a 90s baby?
Yeah.
See, we 80s over here. But anyway, you get to bring one rapper back. P&B, Nipsey Hussle, Young Dolph, Tupac, or Biggie. Who you bringing back?
P&B Rock.
You bringing back?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I feel like he ain't get to do what he was supposed to do.
Wow.
Yeah. Pop and Big, they legends already. They gonna be legends. I mean, my nigga P&B, and he from around here, so not around here, but close enough.
So this last one, I don't know if you can really answer it because you're not an 80s baby, but you are from back Maryland, and you said grew up listening to 800 Block, so I mean, and Yellow motivated you, so you might be able, which album had the biggest impact to you? Reasonable Doubt or Harlem World?
I know both of them. Reasonable Doubt. Both my favorite rapper.
Really?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, Reasonable Doubt. Plus my brother was listening to that. That's how I became a fan of it. My brother was listening to that. And that New Lincoln LS. So I know my brother had the, what color was that shit? Like light blue? Was it gray? It was blue. It was like light blue, yeah. Or that shit was hard. And he was banging Reasonable Doubt, so yeah.
Reasonable Doubt. I thought that was such a...
I was 6. I was like 9, 6.
Yeah. I thought that was such... When I seen that question online, because I actually revised that question, because they said which was, I think, the most popular album. And I was like, the question really should be which one had like the biggest impact, because for me being a girl, of course, Harlem World was Harlem World was my shit because I'm attracted to bass.
Yeah, bass and Harlem was the niggas.
Right, but as I grew older, you know what I mean? Now, if you ask me when I'm about to go throw on, I'm not throwing Harlem World on. I'm throwing.
Attached more to what he was saying.
Now I'm throwing Reasonable Doubt on because
it makes more sense.
Exactly. So I feel like for our culture, Reasonable Doubt had the most impact because of its longevity. Yeah, like it's still lasting. I want to thank you so much for coming here and sharing your time with us. I always tell people it means the world to me when you share your time with me, because your time you can't get back.
Facts.
You can't get anything back money wise, but
let us hear something.
we want to free. Oh, I ain't never ever. All right, and this is the last episode. It drips. And you will be the first artist to ever freestyle on Sip and Discuss and drop something. I ain't never ever asked an artist to do that.
Yeah, you shout out. I don't be doing that, but I let me see.
Do we need a beat, or can you just?
Nah, I don't need a beat.
That Gemini back there, they always coming up with some crazy.
Nah, he definitely slid that one in there.
Right, that was fire. I like
and
that.
I'm off the mimosa so he can get it. That's it. Let me see. I might know my shit be real. So they keep on saying he ain't deserve it. Let the church decide. They ain't no young niggas murder shit, and then they heard of mine. You can't get inside this murder ride. You be on nervous time. I'ma pop out with this hoodie like I ain't get circumcised. How they heard of mine ain't the reason they heard of yours. You ain't saying shit we ain't seen it and heard before. What you think them nurses for and all them hearses for? I ain't got no beef, them niggas herbivores. We ain't the standard type, this clip gon' come in cursive. Don't be sleeping at the wake, we might just spend the service. Scared to vent about my traumas, put it in my verses. They try and stage a fallout so they can close my curtains. Shit, I only move with purpose, I take shit the furthest. It'll only take a purchase, they fucking for purses. Niggas racing jail cells and they been racing hearses. But I'm in this bitch, we swerving, no consent to search it. Everybody in this car designed like a car to ride. Stand on business, I didn't witness shit I can't even verbalize. Certain persons don't need a certificate, I'm certified. You ask around my city, bet they heard a shot.
Nice. Thank you. Sip and Discuss, Drips. 2024, baby, we outside.
Appreciate y'all having me. Great minds.
I was on suspension.
We doing all this is Sip and Discuss, baby. A no judgment zone.